We are a bit late, but JxmmyHighroller with the video. If you've been living under a rock, the world's greatest / dumbest trade ever. Luka is now a Los Angeles Laker, and JxmmyHighroller with the video, so you know we gotta buy that bit, bro.
There aren't many things that can stop the entire NBA world in its tracks at 10 p.m. on a Saturday night. Did someone score 100 points? Did LeBron hastily retire in the middle of the season? What, did Michael Jordan come back out of retirement? What could possibly get everyone riled up out of nowhere? Oh my God. We all said in unison as news broke that the...
I'm telling you, bro, I was literally sitting here doing homework at, was it midnight? That's 11 their time. I think that was like midnight to 1 in the morning my time. It's trade season, so I know trades are going to go down. ESPN goes off like 2 times, 3 times. So I check it. Bro, the headline just says breaking news. It doesn't even say anything about a trade. I'm like, what the fuck? I've never seen that before. And it was this shit. Like, bro, the dumbest trade ever, bro. Like,
the
I don't
Mavericks
understand.
traded Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I figured this was just some big elaborate hack job, and I was waiting for follow-up tweets saying, false alarm, the Mavericks actually aren't brain dead. I can't believe you guys fell for it. But within minutes, it was clear that this trade was unfortunately very real, and the Mavericks are in fact out of their minds. The same player who Mark Cuban said he would rather leave his wife before giving up, the same player who was responsible for 1/3 of the organization's finals appearances, the same player who by the grace of God miraculously fell into their lap 7 years ago, is now gone. And after looking at the reported details of this exchange, how it went down and who was involved, this is, without exaggeration, the most shocking trade in NBA history.
Insane, bro.
Today's video is sponsored by DraftKings. After $100 use your payout, daily fan Nuka 200 DraftKings Luka AD trade. By now, the reality of the situation should be setting
Bro, I
in.
just can't wait to see them play together, bro.
A trade so insane that fans are now theorizing if the league did it for the sake of ratings. Imagine concocting a deal so heinous that your fans literally think you're doing it for clout. That is how crazy this trade is. And there's about a dozen reasons why this is legitimately the most shocking deal we have ever seen. First, according to multiple sources, none of the players even knew this trade was happening. Not Luka, not Anthony Davis, not even the Lakers GM LeBron James. As some sources put it, this deal materialized in the shadows. In the shadows? What is this, the Illuminati? What do you mean in the shadows? And turns out this was the cleanest way this deal could have gone down. Because the next component that makes this truly the craziest trade to ever happen, Luka never requested a trade. He's been in Dallas his entire career, and outside of a few rumors, nothing suggested he wouldn't be a lifer in that organization. There wasn't any buildup.
Bro, he is 25 years old, bro. He just led y'all to the finals against a stacked Boston team. And he never asked for a trade and got done dirty, bro. Like, that is the biggest backstab shit ever, bro. Ever in the NBA. Like, that's
there wasn't any reports of a disgruntled Luka making demands. It just happened out of the blue, which is reason number 3. The Mavs just traded away a top 3 asset in the NBA without even shopping him. No bidding wars, no asking around and assessing other offers. They just made the call to the Lakers and accepted the deal. Can you imagine the haul Dallas would have got if they actually shopped Luka around the league for a couple of months? Oh, you want to give us Luka? Here is our entire franchise, the players, the coaches, the building, the staff, my firstborn child. Take it all. Thanks for doing business. I'll figure out the details later. If Rudy Gobert is worth 2 starters, 5 first-rounders, and a pick swap.
Bro, 5 first-round picks for... bro, that's what I'm talking about, bro. 5 first-round picks for Rudy Gobert.
If Mikal Bridges is worth 5 first-rounders, a second-rounder, and a swap. If an aging Paul George is worth a rising SGA, 5 first-round picks, and 2 pick swaps. Can you imagine what a prime Luka Doncic would have fetched to the right team? Oh wait, I know. A 31-year-old Anthony Davis and a thank you note. It makes no sense. And that brings up reason number 4. The Mavericks were just
Bro, why
in
you
the
do Max
finals
Christie
last
bro?
year. We've seen players sign with other teams after a finals run. We've seen players demand trades after a great season. But we have never seen a team willingly cough up a megastar after being just 3 games away from winning a championship. It's unthinkable. Because reason number 5, it's Luka freaking Doncic. You do not trade Luka Doncic. If you were to rank players in the NBA on their trade value, starting with the players who are the most untouchable, non-negotiable, hang up the phone, and down from there, Luka is probably 3rd
Top
or
5, top
4th
3.
on that list. The only 2 players definitively ahead of him are Wemby and Jokic. Now just try to wrap your head around the deal a team would have to offer in exchange for Nikola Jokic, or what the Bucks would get in return for Giannis. Here's a hint, there isn't one, because they would never trade them away. The deal doesn't exist. Tim McMahon of ESPN reported that Dallas had 2 major concerns in regards of Luka's future with the franchise. The first one being his massive $345 million 5-year extension, which he would have been eligible for this summer, and the second concern being his health and conditioning. In other words, the man was out of shape. So let me get this straight. The Dallas Mavericks just traded away the best player of a generation, the future of their franchise, and the man that just got them to the finals on one leg because he put on a few pounds. For fuck's sake, Zion Williamson ate his way into load management, and he has spent the last 6 seasons in and out of rehab, and the Pelicans are still sticking by him. Now, Zion didn't deserve that stray. Seems like a nice guy. I wish him the best. But you get the point. We are now over a decade into the process, and the Sixers have yet to move on from Embiid. It's one thing for a franchise player to want out, to sign with another team if they aren't happy and the opportunity presents itself. But for a franchise to pull the trigger and get rid of a megastar in his prime because of constant conditioning issues is criminal. There's really no precedent or great comparison for a trade like this. Because in the past, even when teams did trade a superstar, there was context behind those trades that at least made it seem justifiable. Either the star was exiting their prime and the team was trying to salvage some value before they inevitably left, or despite how good the star was, the team wasn't finding much postseason success and wanted to go in a different direction. Or the star was bound to leave anyways, made it known, and the team had no leverage, so they were essentially forced into the trade. This deal between the Mavs and the Lakers has none of those elements involved. Luka didn't request a trade, he's 25 years old in his prime, and the Mavericks championship window just opened up. Now, as a Blazers fan,
like, bro, the whole point of this last offseason to sign Clay, to sign Derrick Jones, who else did they sign? I know it was another wing. Bro, the whole point of adding them was to better what they lacked last fucking playoff run. And they just traded it all away. For what? But at the same time, Anthony Davis ain't a bad player, bro. And he does fit in with what they got right now. So I wouldn't be surprised if they still go far. I don't think they're going to win a ring. I don't think they could beat SGA and them. I don't think they could beat Boston. I don't even think they could beat Cleveland, bro. They got like 3 centers over there. And they just traded for DeAndre Hunter today.
I am painfully aware of how hard it is to get your hands on a true franchise player. Painfully aware. In our team's entire 55-year existence, we've had 3. The first one got hurt, the second one was incredible, the potential third one got hurt, and the actual third one was also incredible. That's about 1 superstar every 20 years. What does the lackluster history of my team have to do with this trade? Well, because the Mavericks should know a thing or two about keeping their hands on a generational talent. Because in their franchise's history, they've only had 2 of them, Dirk Nowitzki and Luka Doncic. The first one spent his entire...
They can't beat the Lakers. Who gonna guard AD, buddy? Who gonna guard AD? I was gonna send you this clip on TikTok, but you don't look at none of my TikToks anymore, bud. The last time Mark Williams and AD faced up against each other, AD dropped 42 and 13 on his head or some shit like that. 42 and 20. I don't know what it was. Who uses TikTok? Okay.
Entire 21-year career in Dallas, facing ups and downs and winning arguably the heaviest and most challenging championship of our lifetime. And the second one, they traded away for AD in a box of scraps after just 6.5 seasons of a promising career. And as every fan of a non-major market team knows all too well, generational talents only come along once in a generation. The Mavericks aren't some hotspot for superstar talent. They don't get real chances to win it all often. Just 3 trips to the finals in 45 years. One of those trips at the hands of the guy who they just sent packing. They cannot afford to roll the dice and hope for greener pastures like some other teams can. You are not the Lakers. You get a player like Luka and you lock that man in and throw away the key. What are we doing? It could be another 20 years before a player of Luka's caliber puts on a Mavericks jersey. And the team traded him away because he was mildly out of shape. It makes me sick. This is coming from a desperate man who's got 18 years left before I see another Dame. Which brings us to their second concern. Again, according to sources, the Mavericks were not...
Who guarding Bron? 40 years, by the way. Klay Thompson. Klay Rashad Thompson's guarding 40-year-old LeBron.
Keen on giving Luka an extension that would have made him the highest paid player in the league. But if the third best player in the world who gets better in the playoffs is a perennial MVP candidate whose hitting his prime isn't worth paying, then who the hell is? Dallas said that this was a win-now trade. An oxymoron of a statement considering who they just traded and where he just got them last season, but superstars win championships. Superstars also cost a lot of money. And if you're not willing to empty your pockets, how committed are you to actually winning? In what world has being cheap ever won a team a title? It just seems completely counterintuitive to what they're trying to accomplish. Now, the implications of this trade for the Lakers are just as drastic, but for entirely different reasons. For starters, this will be the first time in LeBron's entire career, youth, high school, NBA, a lifetime of basketball, where he won't be the best player on his team, which is...
Yes! Yes! I've been waiting for this. Yes! Yes, finally! Finally! Yes, bro. Let's fucking go. I've been waiting for this shit, bro. LeBron is going to take a seat. LeBron is going to take a seat behind Luka, bro. ... Bro, you know that's the truth. He is now the number 2. You cannot tell me he's in front of Luka. He is not the number 1 in front of Luka, bro. Luka is the face of that team now, bro. Which is okay because Bron is 40 now, bro. It's okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, he had it for the last 20 years. Yes, I can acknowledge that. But at the same time, yes!
It's already a huge adjustment for him and the team as a whole, but specifically because Luka and LeBron essentially do the same exact thing. Oversized on-ball floor generals with elite scoring abilities. In fact, they not only have the same skill set, they take on the exact same roles on the court. LeBron has always initiated the offense, even if it meant relegating point guards to other positions. And this usually worked in the past because no one did what LeBron could do nearly as good as he could do it. But now there's a guy who can do what LeBron can do, only better. So that means unless Luka and the Lakers are okay with him getting neutralized, LeBron will have to truly play off ball and within the flow of the offense for the first...
Bro, but at the same time, bro, that's literally going to help Bron play longer. That shit's going to help him play longer. Like, that should probably add in another 2 to 3 years on his timeline. Like, let's be for real. That shit added another 2 to 3 years on his timeline. He probably going to start... Wait, what is it? 2025? He might play till 2030, bro. Let's be for real. He might actually play till 2030 because of this.
Time in about 2 decades. 2 LeBrons on 1 team. Sounds great in theory, probably a bit redundant. Which leads me to believe the Lakers are actually playing a longer game with this trade. Sources report that the Mavericks are the ones that approached LA with this trade. And despite the Lakers playing fairly well as of late, I think they knew their chances of winning another title with the LeBron-AD duo was getting slim. So with the option of trading away key pieces and tripling down on a 40-year-old LeBron to carry them to the promised land, or trade for a megastar that just showed up on their doorstep 5 minutes ago, they couldn't book AD's flight to Dallas quick enough. Which makes me think this move was the first step into the post-LeBron's flight to Dallas. Or trade for a megastar that just...
Bro, literally, bro. They just fucking... Oh my God. They did AD so bogus. He just had a 40-20 game with them. Bro, he just had a 40-20 game with them. And people really thought AD was going to be the face of the Lakers after this.
Showed up on their doorstep 5 minutes ago. They couldn't book AD's flight to Dallas quick enough. Which makes me think this move was the first step into the post...
Bro, they set his ass. Oh my God, bro. He gave him a 40-20 game. He was number 2 in MVP talks at the beginning of the season before he got traded. And they got rid of his ass like that. Oh my God.
LeBron era in Los Angeles. As we all know, LeBron will more than likely retire within a season or 2. And the Lakers needed a new face for their franchise. And they just got it.
I really
inexplicably, miraculously, in the most Lakers way imaginable. I always wondered what LeBron's final years would look like, how he would go out, who would be around him, but never in my wildest dreams did I imagine it would be playing second fiddle to Luka Doncic in a Lakers jersey. All in all, it seems like the Mavericks won this trade, if you zoom way in and look at this in an 18-month window. But zoom out and the Lakers are looking around asking themselves how they just pulled off a bank heist. With AD, the Mavericks lineup looks good, possibly.
Like, bro, that's not a bad lineup, bro. Give takes on Suns after video. Yeah, we're not talking about the Suns, bro. Fuck that poverty fucking franchise. I'm not talking about that shit. Look, bro, like, look at this lineup, though. This isn't a bad lineup. Phoenix Buns, yeah. I'm not talking about that. Bro, this is not a bad lineup. Like, the only problem, really, is they don't have a point guard. So, facilitating-wise, it's trash, but you got a good ball handler. Would have slapped in 2016. Okay. Clay can still shoot if he's hot, bro. If he's hot, bro, you cannot double Kyrie. Kyrie one-on-one is killing anybody. Then you got AD, one of the best two ways, bro. Like, let's be for real. Then you got an actual big man just chilling in the paint.
A winning formula. But the Lakers got Luka Doncic. And in 20 years, fans will look back and wonder how one of the greatest players of all time in his prime was traded away on a random Saturday night.
Insane, bro. This is a W video, I'm not gonna lie. But at the same time, I don't know, bro. We might have to wait 5 years to see if the Mavs ever end up winning a chip off this. If they don't, then they sold their whole fucking franchise, honestly. Lakers, they have time just because Luka is only 25, bro. Let's be for real.